Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to the channel, part 93. We are really getting close to 100, uncomfortably close to the century mark, so that scares me a little bit. But anywho, so this episode is actually a bit of a direct follow-up to the last episode. In episode 92, I talked about how Deep Water was supposed to come out next month, but it was taken off the calendar entirely. But now a new development has popped up regarding it, but we'll talk about that later because first we gotta talk about Marry Me over here, a movie I've already covered twice on the channel, and it's been a long time. I mean, I just checked. The last episode I talked about was episode 41. So more than 50 episodes ago. Wow. But yeah, a new development has popped up with this too. So it hasn't been delayed. It's still coming out February 11th. But what has changed is its release strategy. Because Universal has decided to give this the day and date treatment on Peacock. So Valentine's Day weekend, well, closing up to Valentine's Day weekend. This movie's going to come out both theatrically and on Peacock at the same time. Now, as you already know, this is not the first time Universal has done this. They've done this twice now. First with Boss Baby, Family Business, and then next with Halloween Kills. So this is not their first rodeo when it comes to this strategy. Now, I guess the big question is this a good idea? I don't know. I really don't know because, I mean, as Deadline says, Halloween Kills, it didn't seem to be eroded that much by the Peacock strategy because it opened with nearly $50 million. It made like 92 million domestic, so can't really call that a flop per se. But then again, Halloween Kills had a bit of an event status to it. This, I don't know. I mean, it has a great release date. Like, for a movie like this, a romantic comedy right before Valentine's Day, it's perfect. It's ideal. But I don't know. This movie doesn't have. I wouldn't say it doesn't have a lot going for it. It's just. I guess, well, the marketing hasn't really picked up yet. It's kind of low key in the grand scheme of things. But it'll likely pick up once we get closer to Valentine's Day. Definitely when February starts. But yeah, and besides, this isn't like say a big mega budget movie, so people will be like less inclined or at least like less what's the word? They'll be less enthused to go to the theater to watch this when they'll be like, I could just watch this on Peacock and not go anywhere. So that could hurt. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, another. Yeah, you think we'd be done with this by, you know, next year, especially after the last episode, I talked about how Peacock, all the Universal movies would go into Peacock after 45 days. Not this one, apparently. This gets the special treatment. And funny enough, HBO Max is doing the same thing where all their movies, like they're going to be in theaters for 45 days and then go to HBO Max after that. So, yeah, this whole streaming thing, it's not over. And it probably won't be over anytime ever. So, yeah. And speaking of streaming, yeah, this is where Deep Water comes in. So, Deep Water, I talked about last episode again, supposed to come out next month, got removed entirely. And the main consensus, like the main thing people said was, oh, it's going to go to streaming. And lo and behold, it did. But in two different ways. Because it's going to be going to not one, but two streaming services. Two. In the States, domestically, it will go to Hulu, which makes sense because this is a 20th Century Studios movie technically Disney. Disney owns Hulu. It all adds up. So that makes total sense. And overseas is going to be going to Amazon. So if you're in the States, it's on Hulu. Everybody, everywhere else, Amazon. That's how it's going to work. And it doesn't have a date yet. I'm assuming it's going to get one rather soon. So I guess the question is why? Why did this happen? Like, what happened? Why no? I mean, the lack of marketing, of like no marketing at all, should have been a red flag from the get go. But apparently, Deadline says we also hear that Deepwater is being sent to streaming given the feeble theatrical marketplace for adult fare right now, which is fair. That's a fair point. I mean, West Side Story didn't do too hot, although I'm not going to count it out yet because it's one of those movies that's more of a slow burn. So we'll see what happens with that, but it definitely didn't get off to a good start. And the only real drama or adult movie to not do terrible is House of Gucci. It's only made $41 million, which is just okay ish. But after that, it's just a wasteland, man. It's an absolute wasteland. So, yeah, this decision makes a lot of sense when you look at that. But yeah, I mean, I doubt it would have done well theatrically anyway. I mean, again, we had no marketing. I low key thought it was going to get the Empty Man treatment where it would get one trailer and that's it. And that trailer would come out like the week before release. But that didn't even happen. So, yeah. So, yeah, for adult movies, it's so bleak. It's unbelievable. It's even worse than family movies. Although that could change. I mean, we got Licorice Pizza, we got Journal for Jordan, Nightmare Alley coming up. Those could do okay ish. But yeah, for the most part, it's just dead. And as Deadline says, fanboy fare is king. Absolutely. The only movies that have done really well are ones that are based off big franchises like a Marvel or a James Bond or shoot, what else? Well, I guess Free Guy is an exception, but still, that was obviously, it was a fanboy esque movie. And with Spider Man No Way Home, that's going to destroy everything this weekend. It's poised to. So, yeah, so if you're an adult movie, you're going to have a hard time. If you're a fanboy movie, you're going to have a great time. So, yeah, yeah. But that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much all that happened today. Now we got to play everybody's favorite game. What will happen next? So we gotta go to the schedule here. 2021 is pretty much over. All the movies are gonna come out no matter what. Nightmare Alley, Spider-Man No Way Home, Kingsman, Matrix Resurrections, Sing 2, Licorice Pizza, American Underdog, Joe for Jordan. They're all gonna come out. They're all guaranteed to come out. But in January, the 355, you think that would get the Peacock treatment because that movie is just DOA, but I guess not. They have some faith in the movie, which I don't understand why, but you know, it'll come out, which I don't think I think would be a mistake, but whatever. We got Scream, we got Operation Fortune, got Morbius. I think Redeeming Love is supposed to be on here. It's not. February, Rumble, we can scratch it off because it's literally going to come out in 2 days on Paramount Plus, so I don't even know why it's there. Um, yeah, the rest of February looks stable, I think. I think they'll all be released. March looks a little light. But they should all release anyway. April, Sonic 2 is not going anywhere. It just got a trailer. Same goes for Fantastic Beasts 3. That just got a trailer today. So I don't see that going anywhere either. But if you ask me, I hope Sonic Movie 2 wins that war. Because Fantastic Beasts 3, just why? Why? Just, it's a bad decision. Especially with what happened with Johnny Depp. May, I still don't think John Wick 4 and Top of Maverick will go up against each other. That seems like a just bad for everyone. June, that June 3rd spot is still open because Elvis is on the 24th. So who knows what will happen there? I mean, come on, some movie has to pick that spot. They just have to. So, come on, take advantage. What else? I already said Fantastic Beasts 3. That's April the 15th. Uh, darn. Eh. And there's a bunch of still open spots. Yes, it's not looking that great right now, but obviously that can change. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think the main thing that will happen in the future is that one of these movies, John Wick 4 or Top Gun Maverick, one of these movies is giving up that spot. I don't know which one, but one of them is going to give it up. And I know Lost City D, that's in March too. So, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got a playlist on the homepage where I covered all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. Uh, I mean, I covered "Marry Me" twice. I think it was episodes 26 and 41, so you should be able to find those. And then Deep Water, I covered last episode where I also talked about a new Disney movie getting announced for 2022. So, yeah. But if you want to watch any of the past cancel episodes I made, there's now, including this one, 93. So you have a lot to choose from. And good news, with all the movies, all the episodes I've covered, and a large number of them, of the movies I've covered, have now been released. So I'm hoping that number keeps going up because if it doesn't, that would be depressing. But yeah, if you want to watch any of the past cancel episode videos I made, go right ahead. There's also box office predictions where I predict box office for movies this weekend. Spider-Man No Way Home. That is going to be the undisputed big one, the big boy of December. And then there's also Nightmare Alley, but that's pretty much an afterthought at this point. Then after that, got 6 more movies to cover, which isn't going to be very fun, but I'll try. And then I'll explain my strategy for covering these movies once, when I do my predictions for Nightmare Alley and Spider-Man No Way Home. But if you want to watch any of the past prediction videos I made this year, you can go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. December recap will come out within the first week of the new year when final numbers come out, because for a while we're just going to get estimates. So once final numbers come out, I will do a recap of that. And I'll likely do a recap of 2021 as well because it was a very strange year. And I might make a two-parter, one for theatrical and one with streaming, similar to what I did with Summer. So if you want to watch, I guess look forward to that. But if you want to watch any of the past recap videos I've made, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.